You're going to have your blower motor go out. You're going to have all these, the little things are what add up.
What's up, mother truckers? You are now watching the Asian Mai Show live.
What's going on, mother truckers? Welcome to the Asian Mai Show live. Today we got a special guest, DIY Semi. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm awesome, man. I'm happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
Here's the big question. Let's jump into this right away.
Yeah.
You know, how can new owner operators save money off the bat? Because just like you just said, we always are thinking about how we can make more money in our bank, but we're not thinking of the things that we're not saving, the money that we might be throwing away, right, brother?
Absolutely. So let's start with the premise of why we need to save money. Well, if you own a truck or you're thinking about owning a truck, well, especially if you already own one, you know how crazy things are getting with shop rates at $100 and up to $190 an hour. And then the thing that drives me nuts is the automatic tack on of environmental fees, shop supplies. The miscellaneous gets to be $100. And, it's like, okay, you charge me $190 an hour. What the heck does that include? I think some things should be included here. So it's like, okay, we got to learn how to cut some of those costs. And, regardless of your level of comfort, there's something that everybody can do. If you're starting from nothing or starting from nowhere, you start with some confidence builders. It's like, okay, watch some videos online. Okay, here's how silly as it may sound, I see people do it all the time, put their truck in the shop at the truck stop for wiper blades. Okay, well, we got to be doing that, build up to, changing filters. Like here's a video on the screen. We go through a whole how to do a PM service. I do a PM service on my truck, oil change, greasing it, changing the filters, all the different checks we need to do. I had a guy tell me, he watched it. He's like, okay, I'm going to save $150 every time I do this myself. Over a year, that's $1,800. $350 or $400 at a, wherever you're going to go. Yeah, it's, and that's just one thing. I mean, once you start building confidence, learn how to take your dash apart. Find a video, whatever, and there's a lot of stuff in your dash that's going to need to repair over the years. You're not going to, start with things where you're not going to hurt anything. You're not going to hurt anything by taking your dashboard apart. And then it'll build your confidence. Okay, I know how to do this now. So we'll move on to something else. Well, here's another one. Like you want to put a new seat in your truck. You go to a dealer, they're going to charge you, the cost of the seat, and then, $300-400 probably for labor. And it's really not too hard of a job. Unbolt the old one and fight with it, get it out the door, and hopefully don't give yourself a hernia, and then put the new one in.
What is another way that people can save money? And I know we said something about cost per mile, because a lot of people might not really understand that. And maybe we talked offline and you said that you have a little equation that might help people, right?
Well, yeah, we talk about, a lot about business side of trucking too. We try to cover every aspect. And it's kind of one of the things I feel people don't concentrate on enough is cost per mile and actually knowing your cost per mile. When you ask somebody, what's your cost per mile? Oh, it's about $1.15, $1.25. Well, no, your cost per mile is this number. It's 99 cents. It is what it is. But you have to know that, because people talk all the time about cheap freight. Don't haul cheap freight.
Right.
Well, what is cheap freight? How do you know what cheap freight is if you don't know what it takes to what it costs you to operate? So I stress that a lot. I guess in this video here, I show a real simple, easy record keeping system. And then, it also helps you keep track for your taxes and everything and what to do with those numbers. I put them in a spreadsheet. It gives me my cost per mile on, I think, 8 different categories, and then a total cost per mile. Here I bust out the old adding machine. See, I told you I was a dinosaur. I don't do much computers here. That's old school adding machine right there.
No,
some people have never even seen one. But knowing your cost per mile is one of the most important things in this business. It's like, do you think that Johnson & Johnson would pump out millions of gallons of baby shampoo a year and not know what it costs them to make it? Okay. maintenance is a category, for example. Say you want to reduce your cost per mile for maintenance. First, you got to know what your cost per mile is. Let's say it's like for maintenance, it's 12 cents a mile, all miles. And we're talking oil changes, tires, everything you do for maintenance. Okay, so now we know this number, our cost per mile. Now we look at ways to reduce that cost per mile. So how do we do that? Well, we educate ourselves about tires, rolling resistance, finding the best prices we can on tires, getting good tire discounts brings our cost per mile down on tires. Rolling resistance is a big deal for fuel economy. So then we kind of got it in two categories there. We brought down our cost on the tires and fuel economy. You need to bring down your cost per mile on maintenance. We can start looking at like bypass oil filtration to where you don't need to change your oil as often. Switching to synthetic oil, running that oil longer, in turn getting better results out of the oil, maybe fuel economy, better lifespan on components, and that in turn also brings down our cost per mile. It's pennies, but the pennies turn into dollars, and that's what you got left, for yourself at the end of the year. That's what it's all about. I like that. You can improve your situation probably more through monitoring and working on your cost per mile than you can going out and trying to get another 10 cents a mile out of this load, because let's face it, I mean, you can only make so much money. You only got so many hours of work in a week. Right. People are only going to pay you so much. Just because you want $5,000 on every load doesn't mean you're going to get it. They're only going to pay you what they can pay you. But you can always work on your costs. It's the only thing you can really control. You can't control the freight markets. You can only take advantage of them when they're hot. But you can always work on the part that you can control, which is your numbers.
Now, besides saving on working on your own things, we talked off camera again about other ways to save and how a lot of people use these services to do all their paperwork and permits they need. And so, I see here that you have a video, and this is important because everyone that's an owner operator that has over 50,000 gross weight, is that correct? Has to file a 2290 highway use tax. And I have people doing this for myself as well. And you walk people through this. Can we actually talk about maybe some of the permits, starting with this one that?
Yeah, absolutely.
You can do yourself.
Permit companies are going to hate me. They're probably going to try to get my channel thrown off of YouTube because I'm giving it all away for free. It's the truth. I got a nasty comment from one time. I'm like, well, then charge a reasonable rate. This form right here you don't need to pay $150 to have somebody do this for you. I mean, it literally, I don't know how long the video is here, but when you're doing it yourself, it's like 15 minutes, it's just, you got to know how to put the numbers in and stuff. And, it's $550 a year for depending on your truck, your weight class, but most of us over the road guys, it's going to be $550 a year. And you just hammer it out yourself here and send it out. That's all they do. I mean, they do the same. Some of them do it online, whatever. You do whatever way you want. But yeah, it's a simple form. And then we go through like UCR, all your different states like Kentucky, New York, Oregon, New Mexico, where you have these weight distance taxes. Right. We show how to fill all them forms out. I haven't gotten to Arkansas's yearly tax yet. I haven't gotten that in the mail. But it's like, to outsource all this stuff, it adds up. Some people get upset with their carrier. Well, you're taking this 20% out of my settlement for nothing. All you got is a phone and a computer, and you just call around. It's like, it's not true. They do a lot of things that you don't know about. And this is, these things are one of them, all these taxes and stuff. But it all adds up, really. And it can be, hundreds of dollars a year that you can just keep in your pocket.
Thank you so much, brother.
Thank you. Yeah. I would just say, measure, not everything is worth doing yourself. Obviously, time is valuable too. You got to have time with your family. You got to have time for whatever. Start small, start simple, build up your confidence. And are we ever going to do an overhaul in my driveway? Probably not, because my skill set is probably not good enough to do that. And that's something that's going to happen once every 5 to 10 years. You're going to have air conditioning go out all the time. You're going to have your blower motor go out. You're going to have all these, the little things are what add up. These little things are not hard to do, but they're time consuming. So to put it in a shop and pay them for that time, at $190 an hour when you could be saving that money and learning how to do it for yourself. That's the thing. The little things matter. The big things, we'll leave that to I'm not going to do an overhaul like the guy over at the Caterpillar dealer that does it every single day. That's a $40,000 to $50,000 motor. I want him doing that. Okay. I'll worry about, the little stuff.
We are the music makers, and we are the dreamers of dreams.